Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm meeting with Dr. Yoon.
Hello.
Dr. Yoon, can you tell us what exactly is your title here at Thomas Jefferson Hospital?
I'm a physician in anesthesiology. I'm an assistant professor and I run the lab, so I'm the director of the coagulation lab.
Can you tell us exactly what the ROTEM department does?
So the ROTEM is a device that can measure coagulation in real time. So it's probably up to the standard in patient care, looking for like real data in coagulation.
Interesting. So the point of this interview today is to try to get your point of view on leadership and how you feel about it. So the first question is, can you recall a period when you encountered a major leadership issue and how you dealt with it?
So it was when I first took over the lab. That was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. There are a lot of regulation that needs to be followed, but we are not functioning as an independent lab, staffing wise. So there was a lot of like regulation and meetings to keep it up to the current standards.
How did you deal with that encounter? Like how did you get people to recognize your role as a leader in that department and to believe in what you were selling, basically?
So it takes some time to understand all the regulations and the things need to be followed, and I think I was able to convince people to that we're able to maintain this lab sufficiently.
Okay. How do you motivate and inspire your team members to reach their maximum potential?
I try to assign the tasks that's needed to maintain the lab, like from the testing level up to like the regulations, and I reach out to people if needed and hope that everyone can do their part of the job so we can maintain it.
If you had a team member that was like falling behind with training, how would you encourage that person to do better?
I think we have enough resources that we can ask them like to use like in terms of like reading lectures or like hands-on training additionally, so we can keep up to the same level.
Okay. Also, can you give an example of a time when you had to make a difficult decision that was best for the team, even if it was unpopular?
In terms of staffing or in terms of
In terms of staffing, in terms of flexibility, or in terms of monetary resources and trying to keep the department running.
um I think we didn't have anything like that in particular. I think was I able to push things through, so we got like new devices even though they were trying to cut down on the budget. I think there was no issue with staffing, so I don't think there was anything related to that.
With that, how do you build a collaborative and open communication culture within your team?
I think it's first that I'm approachable by everyone for any kind of questions, concern, and I think it's like transparency and communication.
Perfect, thank you. Describe an instance when you had to lead a team successfully through a period of change or uncertainty.
I think there was a time when we had to, when I was taking over the lab, there was a lot of discussion maybe that we should not maintain those devices because of all the work that goes into it. And I think I was successful to keep it up and convince everyone we can do it.
How long have you been running the lab?
I think about 5 years.
5 years. How do you successfully prioritize and allocate responsibility to achieve both efficiency and staff growth?
I think everyone has a task, and if they're fully aware of like the duty and the task, and if they're performing it correctly, then I think that's the best way to manage.
To manage.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you describe your leadership style, purpose, or essence? What do you think make you a great leader right now?
I'm trying to be flexible, so if I have some discussions with the upper level, sometimes I'm a little bit more firm about things, and I try to see like what's best for the patient and try to get this through.
Okay. What is one thing that you still struggle with today being a leader?
Every team has different opinion about the same issue, so it's more like discussion and to see what we can really do to improve patient care, because I think that's the same concept that everyone is agreeing on.
Right. Last question. What words of wisdom can you pass on to future leaders like myself?
Nothing is impossible.
And I think that's it, Doc. Thank you so much for your
All right.
time today. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
you taking the time to talk to me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.